every time I look around and read an email. Yes, the news that Café California is LA's finest show for Latinos in the know is spreading faster than ants at a picnic. Check out what this viewer had to say when he wrote, I caught a glimpse of Café California and now am I hooked. I enjoy watching your show because it lets the world know about what makes us Latinos tick. That was signed Robert Torres from San Pedro. Tick, 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 tick. Actually, Robert, tick, tick, tick. That was our little secret. But now that you've told, let everyone know that the reason we Latinos tick is because we are actually robots. Yes, we're here, we're robots, and we're here to take over your pathetic little world. Run, run, Latinos are all robots. You can let us know what you think of Café California by emailing us at cafecalif@aol.com. We're taking over. Do it, Robert, or the robot master won't be proud of you. Do it, write us. Are you scared? Thank you, Ted Chavalas, my friend that did this. Okay, well, listen, we were talking about during the break, oh, it's silliness, about what's going on in the upper middle class schools, that these shootings and killings have occurred in, you know, very, very nice suburban middle class homes, and everyone's very, very concerned, and you guys had some comment about that. Why do you think everyone's so concerned now?
Well, it's been, what I had to say was just that it's been going on for years in our ghettos. And it's never made the media. I mean, I could think of incidents off the top of my head of young girls getting raped in the schoolyards and people seeing it and not reporting it. This has been going on for a very long time, I think.
Joe, do you think it's a social class thing that now it's, as we said, having to the Brady Bunch?
I'm not sure that I'm prepared to comment on that. I will say that school violence has been...
You're really concerned with keeping your job, aren't you? You know, this is a talk show.
Sure, sure. I have ethical obligations as a judge.
Oh, ethics.
School violence has been a problem that's plagued poor communities in Southern California for as long as I can remember. And each day there are young men and women now who leave their homes armed, go to school armed, prepared to do battle for reasons that I don't understand, and it's not really newsworthy.
I wanted to know, Judge, also, you were talking about the fact that you deal with many immigrant and lower socioeconomic parents that are not aware of the laws regarding children and parents.
A lot of what occurs in the judicial system is a result of a lack of understanding, a lack of sophistication, in terms of what's permissible, what's not permissible when raising and disciplining children. That's a fact.
And you were saying that today a parent is responsible for his child's behavior. Up to what age?
Right. When we talk about juveniles who commit crimes under the age of, until they turn 18, a parent is legally responsible for the costs of taking care of that crime.
Was that always the law?
That's been the law as long as I can remember.
So if you broke a window, like in...
Right, your parents are legally responsible to pay the cost of that.
And if your parents can't afford to pay, what happens? Does it...
You know, it can turn into like any other legal responsibility, can turn into a judgment, you can be sued, that sort of thing.
A quote that you felt that society could do a lot to undermine a perfectly good parent.
Well, my only point was that the theme of the show appeared to be that the problem children come from problem families, and I don't think that's always the case. I think there are a lot of parents out there trying to do a good job and doing the right things by society's standards, and kids still get lured into street life, gang life, and that's just a fact.
Do you guys think that a perfectly good parent can turn a child into the world and have him totally the world undo what a perfectly good parent has done?
I think it's possible. I think it's possible, definitely. I don't think that it's probable, but it's definitely possible. I don't think it's the norm. I think if you teach the child values and morals, then hopefully they'll make the good decisions, but you cannot, it's not a perfect society. You're not going to have that for every family that does well.
Now, you were talking a little bit about your experience with your dad, and obviously you love your dad, and
love him to
you know,
love him.
And you're a successful artist. You know, what do you think your dad did right?
Well, what my parents did right, I feel, was always pushing me to do positive things. I was a member of the Boys and Girls Club since I can remember, and there I learned to sing, dance, and act. And I think it was a great choice. I never hung out in the streets. All my friends that I met in the club, so I was always surrounded with great people.
Let's talk about what are the basic good things about parenting. What's the basic rule if you guys had one? You know, they always say the kid has to know that you love them. Can you guys think of anything,
I think
Judge?
that is the basic rule. Your kids-
Unconditional love
Unconditional love for your children. It has to be that way.
and communication.
Right.
Definitely.
Do you think it takes a village or it takes a parent?
I think it takes a parent. The village cannot be held accountable for the child's actions. It starts from the home.
I think it takes a parent with the assistance of a village.
Yeah, because
Yeah, that
I
would be
mean,
great.
the statistics,
That would be great.
Perfect scenario.
just statistically, so you know, 90% of male juveniles that have been exposed, people that are entering the juvenile system, have been exposed to violence of some sort. So statistically, it does support the fact that you've got to be very, very careful about how you. Now, Yasmin, you have how many children?
I have one. She's 19 months, and
She's a baby.
she's a baby.
And we will learn all about your baby later on because we have to go now. Thank you so much for joining us on Cafe California. We'll see you next week. Thank you so much. And she's 19 months.
She's 19 months, and we're trying to raise her in a sense very secure, very positive. She's a happy baby. We want to keep that high self-esteem.
Does she throw tantrums?
Yes, she does, and we let her. We let her cry on the floor, and she can throw all she wants. We just walk out.
People forget that that's normal, right, Judge?
I think so.
That
Part of growing up and becoming an individual is, I don't know about it, 19 months, but when you're an adolescent and you start challenging.
Oh, she challenges it already. I mean,
Right.
to me, they're not born disciplined. Children are not born with discipline. You have to teach them. It's how you teach them that discipline that makes the difference.
I know that the one time that my mother threw a shoe at me,
For over 30 years, Telecu has built its reputation in the community on a foundation of service, empowerment, advancement, and the creation of self-sufficiency, achieving multifaceted growth through innovation and collaboration.
And we really believe that the greatest social good that you do for an individual is the creation of a full-time job so that he or she may clothe, feed, and educate their own families.
Telecu, a pioneering institution for the ages.
¿Qué podría usted comprar con $12.50? 35 millones de personas lo invierten en una membresía con AARP. Y con esos $12.50 al año, obtienen acceso a descuentos y muchos beneficios, como servicios legales y financieros, oportunidades para trabajar como voluntario y asistencia gratis en la preparación de sus impuestos. Llame, infórmese, hágase miembro y recibirá gratis un ejemplar de Segunda Juventud.